Good afternoon. Hey, this is Gary. Hey, one of my other passions I have is working with wood. And Ruth likes to make a lot of plaques with clocks in them and stuff. And this project I'm going to be working on now is going to be out of cedar. A year or so ago, a friend of ours brought a cedar log in, and this is a red cedar with the aroma. Boy, I love the smell of it. And I'm going to be cutting this up into, I'm using the live edge. A lot of people like that. And this is going to be approximately 12 inches wide by, I think the other one, she said she wanted a little smaller. So I'm going to make this one. Just to give you a little shot here. This is what I just picked out of the garden. That little pepper fell off when I was picking one of the bigger ones, just fell off. But a couple good cucumbers and a couple good peppers. First things out of the garden this year. I thought I'd give everybody kind of an update. And for those of you that haven't been watching the channel, I've built this spring or summer so far 2 coops, one at this end of the run and another one at the other. And I've had a batch of chickens, 10 of them, that we had picked up in March as chicks, and they're about 3/4 growed now. In the next month, I would say they ought to start laying eggs. And in this here particular coop, I have a group of 25 that I picked up about a month later. And it wasn't till just today that I took the divider out between the 2 coops. I had a fence divider to get the chickens used to each other, the older ones versus the younger ones. And they've been doing really well. So we took the fence down today, and so they're mingling together, and they're actually getting along really good. And I'll show you here so that you can see the different coops. This particular coop right here is the last one I had built. It's still not painted. And that's the one, if you watched me putting the nesting box on, I bought that nesting box over the internet. And I customized it a little bit because that particular box is one that you just put inside your, like a walk-in chicken coop. And it usually is on a stand, but I wanted it mounted on the back side of my coop. And if you're anything like me, you'll make things work. So we just kind of customize it, and it's doing really well. The chickens use it. So far, like I said, nobody's laying eggs yet. And this is their chicken run. We have a 5-gallon water and a 3.5-gallon water. And we've got feeders in each coop. And then today I just kind of threw that one together out of some used plywood and stuff that I had, just so we had a little more feed. If I want to take off for 2 or 3 days, I'll have more than enough water for them and feed. And this particular coop here is the first one I had made. And the windows that are on that were out of somebody's old hutch. And I decided to keep them doors. Most everything you see here, other than the plywood and the fence, but the biggest share of the stuff is out of reclaimed wood and stuff. Even the nesting boxes on this back side is out of some old used plywood I had. Just cut it down and made it up to what I want. And the metal roofing, which I have on top of all of it, we get off of some Amish up by our cabin. And yeah, the Amish, okay, trying to get myself lined up with the camera. This here garden is approximately 8 foot wide by 150 foot long. And this first row here, if you look, this here's a row of potatoes, and they're doing very well. And something I did this year, I bought me a good rototiller, and I decided I need a little shed. Just something to put my rototiller in and my tools that I'll use in the garden. And also my insect stuff I put on the plants or around the plants to kill the bugs. So I'll show you also what I have going for the rest of the garden. On this outside edge over here, you can barely see them started again. That is another row of potatoes started. And my garden, it's every 5 to 7 feet. It depends on what it is. There's something planted. And I have 2 rows right here. There's stuff coming up, but you can't make it out on camera. And this next row over is, that's supposed to be zucchini. If I zoom in, you'll see some of it started. But I messed up here last week, and there was a lot of weeds started before I planted these other rows. And I went through with some spray and was trying to kill them weeds. And I think I got a little overspray. I'm going to have to transplant a bunch of it. And over here, we have, believe it or not, 34 tomato plants. Ruth wanted a lot of tomatoes. So that's what we did. I'll get around there and show you a little better. I gotta shut this off.
Mode 2, mode 3, turn off.
Anyway, yes, there's 34 tomato plants. 3/4 of the tomatoes are a romaine type of tomato. And from about this point here on down are all big boy tomatoes. And then these here are all green beans. I think there's 14 plants. And they're the bush type. This year I decided to go with that instead of the vines. I wanted to try them out, so that's what we're doing. All right, and over here, are 2 different groups of cucumbers. There's 4 plants in each one, and they'll vine up them strings. I have to get them little plastic deals that they put on to help pick them up and hold them on. And these here are my pepper plants. There are 14 pepper plants. The metal that I get from the Amish isn't all white. It'll be all different colors. We could have blue, purple, green, white, you name it. In fact, this little building here, the side you're looking at right here, this here was blue on this side. There was one sheet on that side that was green. And I believe there was a tan one on that side. But I just took some outdoors metal paint and painted it white to match the rest. And it worked very well. And it's holding up to this weather. And then I tell you what, these are kind of neat. Ruth bought me a couple of these little stools. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but that little stool, here, hang on. That little stool is the handiest thing when you're working in the garden. It's got little holders on both sides. Hold your garden tools. You can sit on it as well. When you're out working, pulling weeds, you can kneel on it. You flip that over and it's got a cushion on both sides. She bought me 2 of them. I'll show you in here. That's not very bright. I'm sorry about that. Normally, you can see I've got on the shelf my different products I use, my shovel and stuff hanging up back there, some gas, and my rototiller. Tell you what, not any advertising for anybody, but that Troy built I bought, I love it. So, and like I said, everything else, just reclaimed wood. I kind of like that green door, so I left it that. Now, if you guys enjoy this video and would like to watch more, I appreciate it. Because of you guys watching, we're able to do some of this stuff. And if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And leave your comments down below, maybe what I can do better in my garden or what you would like to see on the videos, as well as please share if you like it. And stay tuned, because I will be trying to put at least one video a week out. I am trying to get back into it. For those of you that really don't know what was going on, I fought prostate cancer all fall, winter long last year. Went through radiation, but that's enough of that. I'm getting better. I'm back at it. So please tell people to come to Milliman Outdoors, watch and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless.